It is time for your weekly breakdown on the latest in entertainment, sports, pop culture, and all things Milwaukee. This is Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. Now streaming on 1017 The Truth YouTube with the witty banter, latest trends on social media, and hottest celebrity topics, here is Melanie Ricks.
What's up, y'all? Hello. Happy Wednesday to ya. It's Monday for us, but it'll likely be Wednesday for y'all when you listen. Welcome to Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. Grateful to be here with you all in the stew with producer extraordinaire at the Jason Smith on Instagram, Jason Smith in real life. How you doing?
Mel, another week. Come
Another
on now.
week.
And a special week, too, because we about a week away from Christmas, man. I'm
Crazy.
just my favorite holiday.
Is it your favorite?
Oh, yeah, without question.
Why is it your favorite?
Well, it used to be when I was a kid because
Okay.
I got to be able to receive my gifts.
Fair.
So that's what I used to love.
Fair.
But now as I get older, it is true joy in giving stuff to your loved ones, giving gifts to your friends, especially something you know that they'll like and they don't even
Right.
think that you know that they'll like it. So I think that is just helping people and giving. I mean, come on now. It's two of the greatest feelings you could ever feel.
That's true. It may sound like he's just saying that to say it, but Jason is really about that. Like he's really like that in real life. So I believe every word you're saying. No, I think that's great. Same. I mean, let's be honest. When you're a kid, is there anything better than an additional holiday to get gifts besides your birthday? Hello. But then I agree. I mean, 'tis the season of giving, of gratitude, and gratitude is an attitude. You know, I saw that quote earlier today, and I'm like, that's so true. And I'm very grateful and grateful to be here with you. Grateful that we have warm beds to sleep in at night. And so I think it's so important to give back during the season, really all seasons, but especially during a season where you're reminded that not everyone has what you do. And I appreciate what you said because it's true. The gift of giving, it really is something that, I mean, you can't put a dollar on, but it makes you feel so good to give back. It really does.
It make you feel so good. So that's why I cannot wait. We got 1 week. We
Yep.
got to just get through this week.
That's it.
And we good.
That's right. No, I love hearing that. That's so great. Well, we're definitely going to be getting into some Christmas tings. Before we do, I just want to address two things. So earlier today, first off, we're going to know a lot more once this episode comes out. But earlier today, there was a school shooting in Madison, Wisconsin, as we know, not far away from Milwaukee. And the school shooting, it took place at the Abundant Life Christian School in Madison. In the shooting, a teacher was killed, another teenage student was, and the shooter as well. And I'm reading this article from AP that is giving live updates. And it said that the school shooter was a 17-year-old female student, which you don't hear too often about girls shooting. The very first school shooting on record in the United States actually was a girl, believe it or not. I believe this was in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm going off of memory. But her name was Brenda something, and she shot at an elementary school across the street from her house. And when they arrested her, why did you do it? She said, because I don't like Mondays. So it's first off ironic I'm telling you this of all people, because Monday is your favorite day of the week. And they literally, like, some band made a song about it and everything. But anyway, it just reminds me of that. But I want to give condolences to everyone involved. It's terrifying. I have a 15-year-old kid sister. She's a freshman in high school. She goes to school in Charlotte, North Carolina, because that's where she lives with my mom and my stepdad. But I prayed for all involved. I prayed for the city of Madison, the school, the loved ones of those who lost their lives and those who were injured, involved in any way. And then I also said a prayer for my sister and her fellow students, because it's really scary. I can't imagine being a parent right now and hearing about all of these school shootings that sadly happen far too often. But this one really hit close to home, obviously. And I know that 1017 The Truth, y'all covered it all day. So if you don't mind, just tell me what that was like for you being here at the station and getting that breaking news and, you know, literally everything coming to a halt and essentially the news of the day being that.
Man, I walk in it's a normal day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
everybody, we here chilling, talking.
Right.
We downstairs in the little cafe laughing.
Right.
Amy, the secretary, came down, receptionist came down and was like, did y'all hear about the news? We like, what are you talking about? We like, she said, right now, there is a shooter active in Madison and 2 people already dead. And then a couple seconds later, we found out that the suspect killed herself. Well, we
Right.
found out it was a female
Right.
and killed herself. So it was just so much emotions. Everybody had to scrap everything they were going to talk about
Of
on
course.
TMJ and The Truth.
Right.
Everybody had to scrap everything.
Right.
And that's really what we've been honing in on. I just can't begin to fathom the mindset
I know.
of going in to a school
I know.
and taking the life of kids. Like, I guess the teacher too, obviously,
Right.
condolences to the teacher.
Right.
I just can't begin to fathom. So I just can't wait till we get more details so we can start trying to piece this together.
Right. Well, and from my understanding, it was the 2 people, the teacher, the student, and the shooter. To me, it's giving targeted naturally. I mean, that's where my mind immediately goes. But
I mean, they said it was in a confined space too.
right.
A particular confined space.
And the fact that this was a 17-year-old female. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna pretend to speak for other girls, women, etc. But when I saw that, it's a lot less likely that a female shooter, and that's statistically speaking, is going to commit a mass shooting. And again, I know that anyone is capable, so I want to be very clear and very careful with my words. But statistically, mass shootings are committed by male suspects, and male perpetrators, I should say. And so, yeah, it does seem like it may have been targeted, but targeted or not, I can't fathom either. My prayers, my condolences to all involved. And it's the holidays, we started the show with that. And someone is going to be burying their loved one during the holidays, No one should have to deal with that, especially in this way. So, yeah, again, my condolences, those poor, sweet babies. And I'm not going to sit here and, talk about the perpetrator, but condolences to that individual as well for feeling the need to do that and for feeling the need to take her own life. I think there's some sadness and some prayers that can be sent in that direction. I know that's not easy for some to hear because you don't want to hear that, but the fact that that person was driven to that point, to me, is also very sad. And I hope and pray that her family is able to, deal with this in the best way they can. They need the same type of, love and comfort and peace. And you know what I mean? Because it's not her family's fault she did this. So I just want to be very clear. I think that every single individual involved needs prayers and needs to be lifted during this time. And I really hope and pray that everyone does get whatever it is that they need during this time.
And it's just sad, Mel, because what's the resolution? I mean, it's just like this happened
And then it's
1
just
week
done.
from the holidays, and we can only find out more details, but there's
Right.
nothing that can actually be done.
Right.
So it's just a tragedy.
I
In
agree.
all sense of the word.
I agree. So thank you for allowing us to speak on that. I also, though, want to talk about the NBA Cup, which the final game will have been played by the time this show airs. I'm really excited. I'm nervous though. How are you feeling? Okay, so first off, let's talk about the fact that the Milwaukee Bucks, they're the only team to go back to Vegas 2 years in a row for the NBA Emirates Cup. And I'm very excited. I'm very nervous, naturally. It's going to be Bucks versus Thunder. The Thunder, they're one of the top defensive teams in the league, and the Bucks are one of the top teams in the league. No, but I think that it helps, obviously, that we have, the experience on our side. And we also have Coach Darvin Ham, and we have Torian Prince, and they've never lost in the
It's a fact.
You
Like,
know?
can't nobody dispute the fact.
That's facts. So what do you think is going to happen tomorrow night, Jay?
I am ready. Are
Ready?
you kidding me right now? It is over.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm so happy because after all the bad talk and the criticism that the Bucks was getting, that we were getting earlier in the season, dude, we just started. Let us figure stuff out. Now we flipped that switch.
Man,
now
what?
we back one of the top teams in the league, in all honesty. If
Right.
you're really looking at this last stretch we've been on.
Right.
And now we going back to Vegas. I ain't scared of no OKC Thunder. Listen, I understand Shea. I believe Shea. Man, listen, Shea is absolutely amazing. Superstar in every sense of the word. However, I ain't scared of Shea. I ain't scared of Chet. Listen, we about to go to Vegas. We about to get this cup. We about to use that momentum to the NBA championship. Come on, we bring home 2 trophies this year.
That part. I just want to make sure that y'all got that on tape because that's exactly what's going to happen. And it's funny because, Shea and Abraham Lincoln reincarnate Chet. I really do feel that they're the future of the league, But the future's down the line.
It's not here. The future's not
yet.
here.
It ain't here yet. You feel me? No, I agree with you. I think Giannis is unstoppable right now. He and Dame are literally the most dynamic duo in the league, and it's not even close. Okay, maybe Luka and Kyrie a little bit close.
I'm giving it to Dame and Giannis still.
I think so too. Of course. But I feel that with everything that we have on our side, I mean, honestly, like I said, the experience, the veterans that understand the assignment, I would say the only thing that the Thunder have, youth. That's the only thing.
Youth.
But that's what every team has against us, low-key. You know what I mean?
I think veterans win, though.
I do
that's why I'm more comfortable with us.
I do, too, because we have the shooting. But they are great defenders. They're top in defense, and it's so funny because watching their game versus the Rockets, I'm like, this low scoring. It was 20-20 at the end of the first quarter. It was a little bit above that. But I was like, this is so kind of boring. I'm like, I don't want to watch 2 good defensive teams. I'm trying to see some shooting, and that's what you're going to get from the Milwaukee Bucks. So I think it's going to be a great game. When you guys watch this, you'll know the winner. It'll be the Bucks. We'll be hoisting that trophy, raising that banner, and then come June, we'll be hoisting another one. So it's giving both shoulders. But yeah, I'm excited.
Too much weight, Mel. I'm leaning to one side with all these trophies. I'm just saying. I'm just ecstatic because, one, I think Giannis is the best player in the world. I think he proved it again. I understand Jokic. I get the case.
Yeah, but no.
Of course. He has the case.
Yes, no.
I still think it's Giannis. Why? Because of the defense. Giannis is leading the league in scoring.
Yep.
Come on. Giannis is put it up. This might end up being his best season ever.
It is.
He's still not done. So
yeah.
I think Giannis reclaimed his spot as the best player in the world as well.
Well, and honestly, Jason, for real, it baffles my mind that Jokic has 3 MVPs and Giannis doesn't. It's giving voter fatigue, but why?
What is voter fatigue for him?
Thank you. No offense, Jokic, because I'm a Jokic fan, okay? If you like basketball, you're a fan. I'm sorry. You have to be. But what Giannis does night in, night out, every single season.
On both sides of the floor.
On both ends of the court. On their best day, your favorite player could never, on their best day. And he does it every day. And he really is about that life. I was watching some clips of them in Vegas, and he was saying, I want to be the best player in the world. I want to be remembered for that. But also he said, when I have an off night, and this is where he's dominant on both ends, he said, when I have an off night, I understand how to adjust, to the flow of the game and to take what the defense or whatever it may be is giving me. And he said, I don't question myself. Dame said a similar thing, but he's like, I don't question myself because the work I put in off the court, I'm confident in my ability every single night. And it's true. And it really is people used to say shut up and dribble to LeBron, but there's so much to their craft. There's so much to the work that they put in that. LeBron James, he spends $1 million on his body. He went viral for saying that, but it's of course he does. This man's almost 40 years old, and he's still in the top 10, I would argue. Top 10 currently in the NBA. That's not something that just happens. And that's somebody who was goated at the age of 15.
His whole life.
His whole life. And he still is on that. Giannis is the same way. Dame is the same way. Jokic is like that. I mean, Jokic probably rides horses in his spare time, but it helps. It helps his game.
He decompresses,
There you go. It helps his mental game. But my point is, these guys work so hard at their craft. There's a reason why they're top 75. There's a reason why Giannis does what he does. And I really think people take it for granted. Bucks fans, we don't, but we also do because it's expected. And then when he's out or, when something happens, and you're like, man, you're really missing what you're used to seeing every night. And so, again, gratitude is an attitude. Giannis, I'm grateful for you.
Thank you, Giannis.
Thank you.
You got us our championship. Come on. Thank you, Giannis.
And you're going to bring us another one.
And he about the city. I've been seeing him walking around my neighborhood. I live on the east side on Prospect.
Yeah.
And this dude just walking around. Like not, I'm talking no security, like nothing. It just, nobody even bothering him. People just walking past him.
Of course not.
I'm like, this is the man of the city right here.
Facts. Well, and you know what? I think he deserves that. You know what I mean? He's such a great role model. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, on and off the court, what you see is what you get.
It is what you get.
And then real quick, bringing it back to Christmas in the season of giving, his wife, Mariah, and their children are, first off, Mariah is so great about, first, her volunteerism, but then second, bringing her children around for that. Anytime I go to an event and it's some sort of like volunteer event, those kids are with her in tow. And I really appreciate that because, I mean, let's be honest, we know this because it's public information. Giannis has a gym. And I think it's an NBA court-sized gym. I don't know for a fact, but he has a gym in his home, okay? And that's just me talking about one little room. But my point, he has a gym inside of his home. And yet they feel the need to make sure that their children understand that not everyone lives the way you do. You know, they teach them about the beauty in giving back, the importance of giving back. And I really respect that. And I'm just here to say, like, he didn't slide me a hundo to say all this about him. Like, Giannis really is that on and off the court. And I really admire it. Like, I look up to that. I really do.
Shout out Giannis.
Shout out.
Listen. Like when I saw them, they were with the kids at that time.
Yeah.
So no, I think Giannis is a fantastic role model. He's literally somebody you can look up. I remember when I saw his documentary that came out, me and T-Lo was in a movie theater crying.
Oh.
Because it was just like, dude, to see the journey and to see where he at right now, the climb, and he literally got to the top, the tippity top.
Yeah.
Like, it's just inspiration all around.
And he acts like he still needs to prove himself.
I'm like, Giannis, do you know who? I need to sit down with Giannis and ask him, bro, do you know who you are? Like, do you get it? Because I don't think you get it.
But that's the thing, Jason. Like, he's still trying to improve every single day. And I really do appreciate that. I do, because I think it's so easy to take a day off or say, you know what, I've done enough. But no, until God calls you home, I think we can always continue to self-improve. I think it's so important. So yeah, he's a great role model, and I really appreciate that we have him. 'Tis the season of giving, 'tis the season of appreciation and of receiving gifts. Is it okay to receive a gift from somebody if you did not have a gift to give them? I'm just asking for a friend, because I recently was talking to one of my girlfriends, and she's in a situationship, which, okay, whatever, that's fine. That's normal. We love us a situationship. Not. But she was saying that, homeboy gave her a gift. And the reason why he gave it to her already is because he's going on vacation with his boys, which I'm like, maybe he's giving you that because he's going to be on some other ish and he just wants you to be prepared or not mad at him when he gets back. But either way, no, I'm just kidding. That's me being a pessimist. But I digress. She was telling me that he got her this really beautiful necklace. And I'm not going to lie, we looked it up. It's not cheap. It wasn't cheap. Okay. I don't know what cheap is to y'all. It doesn't matter. But let's just say it costs more than $50. And she was like, oh, he spent money and he was thoughtful. And I actually like the necklace. I'm going to wear it. Do I need to give him a gift in return? And so I'm going to ask you that, Jason Smith, because I personally, I said yes, I did. I do. I just think it's weird to have someone give you a gift. I did say you're wrong for not having thought about getting him a gift, but she was like, we didn't talk about it. She said it came out of nowhere. They've been talking for a few months. She was like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. But to be honest, I didn't think we were doing that because he's not my boyfriend. We don't hang out all the time. She literally defines it as a situationship. But she was like, he got me a gift. Do I need to get him one in return? I said, yeah, I think you should. What do you think?
I can understand why you think she should.
Oh.
But she don't have to.
Oh.
Like you said, this wasn't no preconditioned situation. I didn't know. I didn't know you was about to buy me this gift. I appreciate it, and I thank you for thinking of me. I love it. Yeah. But however, I don't think she's obligated to give him a gift back. Now, if she want to show good manners, and I get that, you can do that. Yeah. But I don't feel like she's obligated. He went out his way because he was thinking about her. That was something he chose to do for her. We have to talk to the dude, but I don't know if he was even expecting something back. I don't see a problem. I would give a girl a gift and not expect nothing back. Right. I think that's okay.
He got money, though. This man is literally, I think Spain. I don't remember where exactly he's going, but he and his boys are leaving, early I think maybe tomorrow even, but they're leaving early this week and they're gone for like over a week because they're going out of the country. I'm gonna just say how much it cost. This was like a $500 necklace. Okay, I said 50. It's like exactly, Jason. So again, I don't know what expensive is, but I was like, girl, he spent money. Like, I think that's money. Some of y'all may look at that like, that's chump change. Around the holidays, $500 is a lot of money to spend. Like, what else are you buying people? How much money are you spending? And does this mean like he like likes you? Like, what does this even mean? So knowing how much it costs, does that change your perception at all?
No. No. Like I get like that. First off, that's an expensive gift.
It's expensive, right?
It's an expensive gift.
Yeah.
However, he got money. He chose
got
to
money.
do that.
He
like,
got
you know what I'm
money.
saying? It's probably nothing to him. It's expensive to us.
Right.
But he probably looking
True.
at that like, man, look, it's light. I'm taking
Period.
care of my girl.
Period.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. And I mean, eventually down the line, I'm sure that she go get him right. You know,
Yeah.
especially if they get together. They're not
Right.
even in a relationship. So she definitely not obligated to. So no, it don't change my mind. Just the fact that it was $500. Thank you. I appreciate it, boss. You feel what I'm saying? Thank you for thinking of me.
Yeah.
But we gonna keep this going. We gonna keep the train moving.
I gotta be honest, Jason. If I were talking to a dude and I got him a gift and he didn't get me one, it's raps. Rap City, chick. Rap City. Like, there's no way. It's done. We're done. Bye. Vámonos. Like,
If he didn't get you one like beforehand, or if he didn't like recuperate and get you one afterwards.
you know what? I'm petty, so both.
So he better have a gift no matter what.
Okay, even if I didn't get him one. No, it's fine.
What if he didn't know? Yeah, exactly. What if he didn't know that you was about to get him one?
Valid. I'm not gonna lie to you, Jason. I don't like to have my heart broken, so I probably would be like, so when do you want to exchange gifts? Like, I probably would say so.
So you go set the terms initially. So that's okay.
Yeah.
That's different. If you already set the terms, y'all already have an agreement.
Right.
Listen,
Right.
this is Christmas. What you want? I'm gonna get you something. You gonna give me something. That's cool. But if we don't know,
Yeah.
and I end up getting something,
Right.
that ain't nothing wrong with it.
Okay, so what if you're with your friends? Because my friends, we had like a Christmas get together over the weekend, and people like brought gifts, and it was weird. I was like, I didn't bring anything for anybody. I'm just saying. Like, I brought, like, for the host, I try to always bring something, like a bottle of wine, something. I just think you should always bring a housewarming gift to somebody if they invite you over. But yeah, I didn't get anybody else anything. And I'm looking at them like, and I walked out with like 3 gifts. Dog, I'm like, see, people, listen, I was on Venmo quick though. Basically paid for my own gift. But like, you know, I wanted to, you know, make sure that I also took care of them. However, I just need to know, like, do you feel obligated to get your friends gifts? I don't see y'all that often. Like, what are the terms? Like, do I need to see you on a weekly basis, on a monthly? Like, is it because we exchange Instagram comments? Like, what qualifies as like, this is a gift-giving relationship right now? Because right now, I feel like the only people that I'm like really thinking about getting gifts for, my family, my coworkers, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't know. What about you?
No, that all depends on the situation because
Right?
like everybody ain't getting no gift. All my friends ain't getting no gift. Now my closest friends, like Bree, for
Yeah.
example, Bree go get a gift. Like that's my sister.
That's fair.
But other than that,
That's fair.
I mean, I got my family.
Right.
And I mean, we go hang out with my friends. We go kick it, you know, eat, have some, you know, have a good time.
That's fair.
We got the gift of each other, a gift of our presence.
Right.
But buying a gift, no, it's my family and it's my close friends.
My presence is a present. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And that's, you know what, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess, excuse me. But like, at what point does it end? Like you said, you're close, you know, you're close. Like Bree, does she know that she gets a gift and do you expect one in return? We know that y'all are like childhood besties, but what if she's like, I mean, love you, bestie. I'll see you later.
I would not be mad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think because listen, I'm getting you this gift to give to you. Like I'm giving this to you. If you don't have nothing for me,
Fair.
that's okay. That's cool. As long as you happy, the fact that I gave you the gift. Because and our relationship, like, bro, I know Bree love me. I know Bree got me. So no matter what, nothing gonna change. This is just me being thoughtful for you. And she most likely is gonna give me something regardless. But if she hadn't, I would not be mad.
Okay, so reciprocation is not important to you. Maybe I am just petty because I just really think that it's so important. Like
I think to women it might be a little different.
Yeah.
Because I feel like men, we already naturally, I don't want to get into toxic masculinity, but men are already naturally like providers. I'm not trying to, but we already like naturally providers. So I feel like we already like giving, especially if I'm dealing with a girl or something like that. Like
Dealing with a girl.
Now, I would like, if I'm dealing with a girl, I would definitely like something back.
Yeah.
I would like something back. But if I'm getting her a gift and we don't know, I would not make her obligated to give me nothing.
Okay. So with my friend, I just want to go back to that for just 1 second because he got her this nice necklace. Like I said, we looked it up, couldn't help it. Like, yeah. And we found out the price, expensive, like it's giving 500 pre-tax. And now he's going on this beautiful vacation with his guys. Is it bad? Like if it's her to be thinking like, well, why didn't I get the invite to this? I mean, I'm just saying, like, is it giving he knew, like, I'm going to go and have fun with my guys, so here you go. Don't talk to me until I get back. Bye. Like, is that a thing? Because that's where we go when us girls get together and start really dissecting the masculine toxicity of it all. We really start thinking about that stuff. Like, well, why? Why did he do this? So, in your opinion, what's up with that? Is that just him being kind?
Is that wrong? Would that be wrong of him to get her a gift before he go out? Because the trip was already planned with my guys. Like, we already knew that this was going to happen. I know I'm not going to be here for Christmas. So would you rather me give it to you after or give it to you before? I don't think that he was just giving it to her as a like, now be quiet while I go chill with my boys and then I'll see you back. No, I think it was more so, I'm going to be out of town during this time. So I got you. I'm going to hook you up beforehand and show you that I'm thinking about you and I didn't forget about you.
Now, what if you go on a date around the holidays? Do you give them a gift? No.
Oh, no. I don't know you like that. I don't know you like that to be giving you. I don't even know what you like. Like, what do you mean?
I cannot. That's funny. Okay. No, now I know. Because I feel like it can get a little bit weird and a little gray when you think about the newness of a relationship and it being the holidays. Like, it is kind of that awkward. So we just say Merry Christmas and that's it, and then we keep it pushing. You know?
No, that is like a tough. I done been in that situation where it's like, okay, do I get her something or do I like just not? Because like, are we out at that level? I think you got to just determine. You and a girl or you and a person got to determine. Are y'all at that level, that gift giving level, where y'all expect to get gifts from each other on holidays?
Jason, we are always at that level. I want to be very clear, and I am going to speak for all women. We are always, men, do you hear me? Always at that level. We will never turn down a gift. Jason, never in the history of womandom, I got that from Cat Williams, never in the history of womandom has a woman turned down a gift. I'm just saying, like, we don't do that. So I'm giving you some free game, Jason.
So get her the gift.
Get her the gift. Absolutely. My friend was a puddle when he gave her that gift. Are you kidding me? She said, I'll do anything for this man. No.
But see, now you're starting to put the pieces together. Oh, wow, she's not obligated to go purchase a gift and give it to her. You feel what I'm saying? Now you're starting to see. You putting it together.
That's really funny. The things she was saying. I'm like, period. Me too. I get it. I would be right there.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. Like, if y'all men only realized how simple it could be. You know what I mean? Like, because I do feel like that could make or break. And this is the thing. My friend clearly has herself a sugar daddy. Because I'm like, I'm sorry, what? That's not normal.
That's not normal.
It's not normal. So we're going to table that for now. But, like, I feel like it's the thought, it's the gesture that counts. And so if you are somebody who is in a committed situationship.
Committed situationship.
Around the holidays, the answer is yes. You should get that person a gift. It's never going to be a bad thing unless you give them a lump of coal, okay? In which case, you may as well just end it or ghost them. One of the two.
Because that's just disrespectful.
That's just disrespectful. Like, I didn't need this lump of coal, okay? No, but real talk, though, I do think that it can get a little tricky, a little weird. I've been in the same situation, and I definitely feel when in doubt, do it. Just give them a gift. Something small, because you said you may not know that person, bring him some flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. If flowers count as a gift, that's cool. Because whenever I take a girl out, I give flowers anyway.
Oh, then that doesn't count.
Oh, God.
No, if you already do that, get more creative, Jason. You better bring her Amazon gift card, something.
Let me figure something out.
Victoria's Secret, I don't know, Fenty that baby, something. Because the thing is, flowers are the bare minimum. But if you already are doing the bare minimum, you got to do a little bit more than that, which I appreciate. That's great. Jason's so sweet. I love that. But yeah, no, you got to do better than that, my guy.
So I got to figure out what I'm going to get then.
Yep.
I like the idea. See, look, I guess a gift card is cool, but now I feel like I can't do that because now
she'll see this.
You already gave it. You
right,
know, I feel like it's not
exactly.
thoughtful. I got to think of something thoughtful. I'm going to think of it and I'm going to come back to you and be like, tell you what I got her.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Because you know what? Just one more piece of free game. We pick up we throw down a lot of things that y'all men just don't pick up.
Hold on before you. I was just talking to this girl about that because she's saying she throw all these hints. I didn't know you was I'm thinking straight logical. I don't know about all these hints. I'm not reading the minds.
Y'all are like the Matrix with these hints that we throw. When I tell you that y'all are Neo, like y'all don't catch anything, okay? Did you get that reference?
No, I definitely got it.
By the way, fun fact, Will Smith turned down that role to do Wild Wild West.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. Sorry. Whenever I think of the Matrix, I think of that. Anyway, just think, if he had done the Matrix, Chris Rock may not have gotten slapped.
Everything would be different.
We may not be sitting here today.
I don't know how life would be.
Thank goodness he didn't do the Matrix. But yeah, no, we tell y'all all day, every day, what we like, what we don't like, what you should give us, when we want to hang out with you, how our day was. Like, trust me, Jason, we tell you everything. You just got to listen.
I guess I can't say, why can't you just tell us straight up? Because, I mean, women, that's just is what it is.
No.
It's just so fun. In my head, it's like, you couldn't just tell me?
Right.
It would have been much, much easier if you just told me. But I just know that that's not how women work.
No, that's not even a little bit how we work. Y'all are like that. Men are simple creatures.
Super simple.
But because you're simple, you're like the most complex creatures in the world. Whereas us women, we're so complex, I feel like it's easy. It makes sense. Are you kidding me? Whatever we say, usually do the opposite of it depending on the tone. But if the tone is right, then you should do what we say. You just got to listen. Just listen.
Men are just like, hey, this is what we want. This is what we like. Let's get it.
Yeah, and I do appreciate that about y'all. But we're the ones that spice up your lives. Shout out to the Spice Girls.
No, and that's why I say, I even tell my friends, all the stuff that you complain about girls, dude, that's the reason why you love them. And the stuff that girls complain about, man, it's the reason why we love each other no matter what. It's the opposites that balance each other out.
Yes. No, I couldn't agree more. Okay. So last thing I want to say, because we did start this show talking about, just being grateful, and 'tis the season of giving. I do honestly believe that the best gift that you can give anyone, self-improvement, and just be showing up as the best version of yourself that you can. You're 100%. It looks different every day. And that's something that I still struggle with. I still get really down on myself if I'm not doing all that I feel like I can. But it's but you gave it your all. You really did. And I think it's important, though, that being said, to not limit yourself and not say okay, I gave it my all and this is the best that I can do for all of eternity. No, that was the best I could do today, but let's get 1% better tomorrow, and then 1% the next day, and 1%, and keep following that trend, because when you are at your best, the world around you is at its best. And I really do feel that way. The law of attraction is so real. In self-improvement, it's easier said than done, let's be honest, but it's about surrounding yourself with others that want to improve. Real talk. I'm being so serious. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful to be the digital and sideline reporter for the Milwaukee Bucks. I want to be better every time I'm around those guys, honestly, because they are in the 1 percentile, first off, as far as athleticism. Let's be very honest here. The NBA is not an easy league to get into by any means. It is incredibly competitive. It is incredibly fast. It's incredibly difficult. The grind is no other. I've been off for the last handful of days while the team's in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, the grind doesn't stop for them. The grind continues for me as well, but in a different manner. And the reason why the grind continues is because I'm like, I don't want to be sitting on my hands and not doing anything. Like, I've been grinding. I've been making sure that I'm checking things off my list and trying to improve and working on the things that I maybe don't have time to when I am busy with the season. But my point is, I am so blessed not just to be living out my dream, but to be surrounded by others who are living their dream, and also people who are continuing to better themselves on a daily basis. You said it. When the season started, it was not going our way. My God, it was horrible. We were 2-8 at one point. It was bad. But we found a way, not just found a way, not even found a way. We continued to work on that self-improvement as a team, as a collective. And hear the guys say it. Even when we were down 2-8, they weren't, I don't know, we just not doing. It was none of that. It was always, we know who we are. We're going to continue to put in the work. At some point, things are going to click. We're still figuring it out. The connectivity is there. Like, it was always so optimistic, so forward thinking, so positive. And that's not easy to do, especially as a group, because all it takes is one person to just, really just poke a little hole in that balloon, and all of a sudden it deflates and the whole team feels deflated. And that's the law of attraction. But they are not a team that is like that. They don't hang their heads low. They're the type that they want to continue to improve. And so I just feel really blessed to be around them. Genuinely, they're great people. We talked about Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's not just him. They're all really incredible human beings. And self-improvement is key if you want to be the best at what you do. And one last thing I'll say, Andre Jackson Jr., he said a few weeks ago when we were kind of climbing out of that rut, if you will, that we started in, he said, when it comes to me being at my best and continuing to improve, I look at Giannis as he's not just the best player on this team, he's the best player in the world. But if the best player on the team is working harder than you, you need to be working harder. You're something that you're not doing. He said, I don't ever want the best player on the team to be working harder than me because he's already there. But Giannis works as if he's the worst player on the team. Like I said, he works as if he still has something to prove. And I really appreciated Andre Jackson Jr. saying that. It was just such an interesting observation because I'm like, you're right. Like, it's like when they say you don't want to be the smartest person in the room or you don't want to be the brightest at the table. Like, you want to walk into rooms where you're still learning from people. And I just really appreciated him saying that. He's a young guy. He was just a rookie last season. And he's a champion. He won a championship with UConn. But, like, he understands the work. He understands the self-improvement. And the fact that he pointed out Giannis and said, I never want him to be working harder than me because I still have something to prove. Giannis is already the best one. But if you looked at him, you wouldn't think it based on his work ethic. You would think that this man is still trying to win his first MVP, his first title, his first Defensive Player of the Year. You wouldn't think that he had those accolades. You wouldn't think that he holds the most points, most assists, most rebounds, etc. in Bucks franchise history, you know? And so, yeah, I think self-improvement is the gift that keeps on giving. And I hope that every single one of you strive to be your very best self every single day.
No, without question, Mel. And that it's beautiful. I'm glad you brought up the Andre Jackson thing because, like, all I'm thinking about is it's good to have, when you're talking about self-improvement, it's good to have that ideal person that you want to be or that ideal situation that you want to be in.
Yes.
Because what that does is that keeps you striving towards it.
Yes.
And you're talking about the 1% better every day. That's from a book, Atomic Habits. Yeah, man, I love that book.
Yep.
So, and that's what it's talking about. You have this idea in your head, this ideal that you want to strive, that you want to get to. And keeping that in your head throughout the daily grind, throughout the weekly, the yearly grind, you're going to eventually get there because you're going to compound interest. Like it's the effect is going to compound.
Yep.
So you got to work on yourself. That's the first step. And think about it, if it's a group of 10 people, if all 10 people improve themselves, by the time they came together, that group is on a different level. But if you got a whole bunch of people who not improved at all, downhill. That's the law of attraction. You are who you hang around. So it's good to find people, surround yourself with people who you want to be like, who you can learn from. Surround yourself with people who you can get inspiration from. You can be inspired and influenced by in a positive way. And then that's go trickle down to you, or that effect is going to come out to you. That energy is going to pass to you. Thoughts are vibrations. So
Yep.
what if we all together, the mastermind working, my thoughts are going through your head, your thoughts, they thoughts are going through. We all one working in tandem. So,
Yep.
but it all starts, like Michael Jackson said, with the man in the mirror.
That's who it starts with. Do you see you right there?
I'm just saying.
Just saying. All right, y'all. Really appreciate you tuning in to this episode. Quite a few things that we covered today. Hopefully, when you are viewing this, we are also viewing it knowing that the Milwaukee Bucks have been crowned the NBA Emirates Cup in-season tournament champions. But until then, Jason Smith, appreciate you always, producer extraordinaire. Everybody watching at home, listening at home, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all. Whoop, whoop. Right. Facts. Goldfish.